G'day scrappers, off to do a e-waste pickup this morning. Thought I'd take you along for the ride, and yeah, it's another regular client, so it's a little bit different because normally I'll do offices or schools or something and show you regular IT equipment. This one is an industrial kind of place. It's a really good regular client. The only difference is obviously it's industrial, so I get a lot of industrial stuff, motors and things like that. So it's a lot lower value, and there's really nothing that can be resold or anything like that. So it's all scrapping out for base metals, aluminium, copper and stuff like that. So yeah, but that's the nature of the game in e-waste. E-waste isn't all about just computers. Obviously it's everything electronic. So when you if you advertise for picking up e-waste, you've got to be prepared and have the facilities to actually process all kinds of e-waste, or if you don't process it yourself, one of the most important things about having a e-waste business, I'm talking on a smaller level like me, you've got to have the right contacts and avenues to get rid of stuff that you can't actually process yourself or know where to get rid of it responsibly. Say for instance, sometimes you might get a pickup that's just light bulbs and fluorescent lights, things like that. Obviously you can't get any value out of it. Just don't know what's going on the road here, but yeah, so you can't just throw it in a bin or dump it at the scrapyard. You have to actually have the right avenue where you can actually get rid of that sort of stuff and where it gets recycled. So there's different laws in every different country. So a lot of countries, if you're a registered e-waste recycler, you need to account for what you pick up and where you actually dispose of it. And so if you bring in 5 ton of e-waste in a month, well, you actually have to show where that 5 tons of e-waste went. And that's even, say for instance, you might get rid of a couple of bundles of cardboard boxes and things like that. So you've got to kind of document all that. But anyway, that's for most of you, this is e-waste entertainment, and so I'll try and get as much footage as I can when I go and do the pickup. So we'll see how we go. Now this place, normally I've got a tub at this place that they put all their smalls, their cable or circuit boards and little bits and pieces. So this is from the electronics department of this big company, and but I don't have an empty tub. All my tubs are full and they were just too complicated to empty. So this time what I'm going to have to do, rather than just taking the tub and dropping off an empty, is actually emptying the tub into the van manually. That's the only way I can do it. I just don't have tubs. So that's the only inconvenience. And from what they told me, there's quite a bit there. They also decommissioned a couple of servers. So they did say that I might have to do 2 pickups. So if that's the case, I've brought this old van with me this time, and I'm going to put in all the big stuff, if there's any dirty stuff or anything like that, I'll throw it into this van. And then if I have to go and do a second pickup, I don't have to go back and empty the van to go and do the second pickup. I can just leave the van, grab the second van, and go and do the second pickup. So yeah, it's going to, you know, a lot of times when I used to just have one van, and I had to do 2 pickups, I'd have to rush back, empty as quick as I can, and sometimes it can take like an hour to empty the van, and I prefer to do it at my own pace. So I actually semi-process stuff as I'm removing it from the van, or sorting it out at least. So yeah, so if I have to do a second pickup, I'll just go back, get the second van, and we'll do it again. So I like this place because it's over on my side of town, so I don't have to cross over the city or go through tollways or anything like that. So it's just a quick flip onto the freeway, and it's only 10 minutes away. So it's an ideal client of mine. And yeah, like I said, the only thing is it's not easy turnover stuff. It's not sellable really, depending on the servers, but very rarely a server is sellable unless they're quite modern. So it's, yeah, it's all just basically to scrap. So there's a lot of work involved, and it's quite low value work. But you know, that's the nature of the game. You know, you take all kinds of e-waste, and you know, and yeah, because these guys are a regular of mine, I've been picking up now from them probably every 2 months now. So it started off every 6 or 7 months, and now it's, you know, every 2 months. So it's great, especially the fact now that, you know, oh, okay, we've just come out of lockdown, but things are still quiet. And as I've mentioned before, you know, talking about the e-waste business, there's a lot more competition out there, so it's a lot harder to get good work. Sure, I get calls from small jobs that are usually, they've probably been knocked back from other places that they've called, and they're just too small to, just yesterday I got a response from my website, and all they had was one printer, a monitor, and a touchscreen TV, or flat screen TV or something like that. I mean, that none of those items have any value, you know, like $1 each, if that. So for $3 to go into the city and all that, you know, in this kind of business you go broke. It's, you know, it's just not viable at all, you know. I have a minimum of 12 items, and even then, a lot of times I'm just breaking even if there's not many computers and stuff, you know, if it's mostly printers and monitors. Well, monitors I don't really count as an item. A monitor, you know, it, you know, to me, one item is like a PC, monitor, keyboard and mouse. Okay, so some people think, oh, a keyboard is one item, a mouse is another item. No, that's not the case. It's, you know, because I do a free pickup, so I don't pay them, they don't pay me. So I rely on what I get. So it's already costing me money to go and do the pickup and bring it back. You know, so I'm already behind in time and fuel to just to do the job. And for me to actually get money from the stuff, like you'll see this stuff that I'm picking up today, just bringing it back, it doesn't make you any money. So we're just around the corner from this client, so let's go and do the job. Okay, wowee. Servers, switches, these big things, good copper, but I got to take these racks. So, yo, good buddy, how are you?
Oh, glad that you're here.
Okay, well, first I've just got to go and sign in, get my little badge sticker, and it's what you got to do at places like this. So let's go and sign in, see the pretty receptionist. All right. Okay. Well. Oh, this is huge. See, I was gonna oh wow, this is going to be a bit awkward. It looks like there might be 4 boxes, hopefully only 3. Okay. Okay. Well, it's a good one. It's Fujitsu Siemens. It's a beautiful rack, but what can you do? You know, you could sell this kind of thing, but it's just too big. So hard drive caddies, nice. Good cable. Wow. UPS. Oh no, another hard drive. Holy dooly. Yeah, so this one needs to be scrapped out still. It's got 4 modules up there. Wow, this might even be three jobs. Okay. Here's my tub. It's mostly circuit boards. I'll just take as much as I can. Now remember what I say when you're doing pickups. Instead of taking all the junk, take the more valuable stuff, the better stuff. Just in case someone comes along and says, I'll take them. Because I'm coming back, and it's happened quite often. Come back and do the second job, and half the good stuff's gone. So I try not to make that mistake. I'm already puffed out. Front seat just to counterbalance my weight. Okay. All Cisco stuff. Awesome. That's what we like. Okay. That'll do there. Ooh, heavy. HP Pro Alliance. Okay. Some good stuff. Let's just go. Hey. Hey.
Curiosity, where the GoPro?
Sometimes I do just little clips and for training and stuff like that. And plus you're going to be on YouTube, so. Okay. Yeah. That's the thing with wearing a camera. So I do get questions, you know. I'd say, oh, it's just for training purposes. Depends who the client is. Some I say, I do YouTube, you know, but I don't really want clients to check out the YouTube channel, you know. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Got to get on as much as I can so I don't overload the new van. I'll get that. Heavy. Well, we've done quite a lot. This goodness. Good cable. extruded. Oh dear. Antennas. Got to take all these printer cartridges, toner cartridges. Docking stations. It's rubbish. That'll have to do there. plastic recycling. Okay, that'll have to do for now. Couple more. Okay, that'll do me. It's just rubbish. Wow. Okay. Well, I should be able to fit these two in the other van. I don't think that's coming. I don't think that's coming. If it is, I'll take it next time. Alright, so I've got two of them, maybe the air conditioner, circuit boards, a few bits and pieces. Screen. This is awesome. A lot of copper in them. Holy moly, how's that for a pickup? I've loaded as much weight as I could in this van because this van is obviously my workhorse, so this takes the real beating, you know, because I want to preserve my newer van as much as I can, obviously, and I prefer not to carry like a ton of e-waste in my good van. Also the fact that it's got one side window on the good van. If I turn a right hand corner sharply, you know, I could get a piece of a server go through the window. So yeah, wow, that was intense. As you can see, I'm pretty much left to my own devices when I go there. They gave me a hand to tilt that big server rack down into the van and push it into the van. But from there, I'm left to my own devices. So that's how, you know, like my kind of e-waste pickup, it balances out for them, because sure, they could throw all that into something else. I'm not really sure what. You can't throw e-waste in landfill anymore. So but mostly their option is to pay someone to come and pick it up. You know, I mean, obviously, usually it's not like this. I can't believe how many. They did say they decommissioned a couple of server racks. Well, there was 3, but I didn't expect so many server blades. That was really good. And then all the Cisco switches I've got sitting here next to me on the chair, and also more in the back, you know, a lot of these Cisco switches are not resellable. They're just too old. When it comes to Cisco switches, they get upgraded so quickly, and it's not just, you know, companies don't just buy a switch and plug it in. It's all part of a service agreement and all that. So they would actually lose money because when they get a service agreement, the Cisco technicians come, they install it, they set it all up, they guarantee it, they keep it running, you know. So but switches do sell, they just got to be the right models. So all I do when I get a whole bunch of Cisco switches like this, I stack them up into order of model numbers. Then I text the model numbers to my buyer, and 9 times out of 10 he'll say too old, too old, too old, too old. You know, if he can buy them, he would buy them. Not a problem. When I go to his place and pick up some scrap, I get a lot of Cisco switches from him. He can't sell it. So if he can't sell it, then no one can. Yeah. And so so that was it. Wow. You know, I didn't expect that server tower, the one that I put in the van now. I mean, it's a beautiful system, you know, and it would be worth for someone to buy it, but I got nowhere to store it, and, you know, just no time for it. And I just got no one to pass that sort of stuff on, because my buyer certainly doesn't buy empty switches. But the other 2 switches, server towers, they've still got a whole heap of modules. My first idea was, okay, if both server towers were empty completely, I would just take them straight to the scrapyard and just drop them off, and then come back and finish off the pickup. But yeah, the other 2 towers have got a lot of stuff. They've got a lot of wiring, and they've got probably 4 or 5 modules in each one, so they need to be scrapped out and get the value out of them, and that's okay, because that'll just be one scrap run apart with a whole bunch of junk as well. But yeah, goodness me, I didn't have a chance to count. I just kept going, you know. But well, luckily you saw the orange tub that I was taking out the circuit boards. Sometimes there's copper wire in there. I didn't notice much copper wire in there this time. There was a little bucket still there with some wire, but yeah, maybe someone's already twigged on to the copper wire, saying, oh no, you know, or what they're doing is when they notice a bucket load, they'll just take it for themselves and take it to scrapyard, you know. I've got to just take it easy when I'm taking off up a little hill here, because I don't want the servers, because it's quite slippery. They're sitting on on the box there, so I don't want them to slide through the back window. But hey, I've been doing eWaste pickups in this van and still haven't had any broken windows, touch wood. So yeah, so I'll go and do the second pickup. I'll leave this home and I'll grab the other van and go and do the second job. So there's no point in doing the video of the second pickup, because you already seen what's there. It's just the 2 towers and that really big VDF with the big copper buzz bars in there, and then just a few bits and pieces of television and some more circuit boards. But yeah, I'm glad that the tub wasn't as full as normally it is. So, because I only did a pickup there probably 6 or 7 weeks ago, if that. So I was surprised that there was, well, normally, as I said, normally there isn't all these servers and switches. I might get 1 or 2, maybe a UPS here and there, but they had a big clean out. And so obviously they've been stockpiling these. So awesome. More of an IT pickup than an industrial. So yeah, that surprised me. But yeah, that was hard work. But you know, as you can see, it's a free pickup. but I'm doing a lot of work. You know, it's not easy job loading up the van. You might think, oh yeah, but I'm trying to do it as quick as possible to get out of there, to get out of their hair, just in case the delivery truck comes or something like that. You know, and I've got to take some of the rubbish. You know, there's a lot of things, you know, there's things that there's no value there. I'm not, you know, but I've got to take it, because you can't just take, you know, as I keep saying, the good stuff and leave them with the bad. Anyway, I think my battery's going flat, so no, it's not going flat. I don't know why my camera cut out. Just maybe just something built in to say, oh, you're talking too much. But yeah, so as I was trying to say before my camera cut out is, you know, even though this pickup really turned out to be really good value, right? Okay, well, the battery went flat while I was driving, so here I am. So now I'll leave that van there. I'll go and do the second part of the pickup, which isn't much, in my better van, and then when I come back, I'm going to start emptying the old van and get the weight out of the van, and because I use that to go around shopping and stuff as well. So just letting the van warm up, and I'm going to go out there and do it again. Wish me luck. But so yeah, there you go, guys. That's another eWaste pickup, and yeah, just a busy day. Obviously, you know, once I start unloading everything, start sorting things out, and then getting into the trying to actually make some money out of it by scrapping it. But amazing how many Cisco switches. Oh, there must be 30-40 of them, and then probably about 20 or maybe 15 server blades. Even got a PC. Yeah, so let's go and finish this off and start getting to real work. All right, guys, well, I hope that was a bit of fun. Keep scrapping, and for those that are interested in starting up your own eWaste business anywhere in the world but in Melbourne, because we've got enough of them here, get out there and go for it, guys. There's quite a few videos I've made over the years on the business of eWaste, so check them out if you're interested. And yeah, keep scrapping, have fun, and I'll catch you real soon.